Welcome to Robious Corridor Magazine's high school and college football predictions for the week of October 30th. Carl Corder rushed 19 times for 166 yards and 4 touchdowns. Caden Anderson added another 126 yards and a score for the Trojans as Midlothian downed Huguenot 35-12 last week. Midlo has 2 wins in a row and headed to Monacan this Friday night looking for number 3. Our pick? Monacan. Decisively. James River had the week off last week to get ready to welcome Manchester to town. The Lancers are ranked 8th in the polls, but the Rapids will have something to say about that. The River will do what the River does, and that's play well. Our pick, wait for it, James River in an upset. L.J. Jackson rushed for 151 yards and a touchdown, and Logan Allen carried for 139 yards and 2 touchdowns as the Indians beat the Flying Flukos 40-14. The Indians travel to Western Albemarle to tackle the 7-1 Warriors this week. Our pick? Powhatan. Benedictine was down by 3 going into the fourth quarter. 13 points later, the Cadets upended Fuma 26-16. The Cadets travel to take on the defending state champions, Liberty Christian Bulldogs, in Lynchburg this week. A playoff berth is on the line in this slobber knocker. Our pick? Dogs. Special teams are called special teams because they're special. Freudenthal and Atkins are special players, each scoring on 70-yard kickoff returns for the Titans. The Trinity offense and defense did not do very well. They kind of stumbled in a loss, 58-29 to Nance, Suffolk. The Titans travel to Charlottesville this Saturday to take on the Covenant. Our pick? Covenant. Page 2. Knowing what's coming is sometimes good and sometimes not so good. The Spiders fell to number 8 Towson last week, 48-32. The Spiders have lost 4 consecutive games, 6 out of the last 7, and they're looking to turn that trend around this Saturday against the Great Danes from Albany. The Great Danes are big dogs, but our pick? Spiders. The Cavaliers forced 5 turnovers, but still, Georgia Tech handed the Hoos their 5th straight loss, 35-25. The Cavaliers quarterback David Watford set school records for completions and attempts by completing 43 of 61 passes for a career-high 376 yards and 2 touchdowns. Watford will need a couple of career highs this weekend as the number 8 BCS Clemson Tigers come to town. Clemson's colors are orange too, so at least Scott Stadium will look like it's filled up this weekend. But our pick? Tigers. Statistically, the Hokies dominated the game, outgaining Duke 387 to 198 yards and holding the ball for almost 40 minutes. But statistics lie, scores don't. Duke 13, Hokies 10. That's the truth, and the truth hurts. Tech will take their team and their hurt to Boston College this Saturday. Our pick? Hokies. Randolph-Macon fell 28-21 when they played Guilford last weekend. Junior defensive tackle Calvin Davis led the RMC defense with 7 tackles, 6 unassisted stops. And Will McGee streaked 54 yards into the end zone to cut the margin to 7 late in the fourth quarter, but it was all too little and too late for the Jackets. Macon stays in Ashland this weekend against Shenandoah at Day Field. Our pick? Snot bubbles early and often as Randolph-Macon trounces Shenandoah. Enjoy this 10th weekend of football in the Robious Corridor. Check back for next week's preview and more picks. Thank you for listening. Thank you for reading Robious Corridor Magazine.